Yo, how y'all doing? Welcome to Indigo's first StreamYard Live. I don't know what I'm doing here, but y'all bear with me. I can't even see how many people is in the room or anything like that. I'm still learning. So yeah. All right. Well, I really don't even know what I'm gonna talk about right now, but I guess when people come in, or if they come in, or if they see this later, they'll get what I'm getting. So, first thing that comes to my mind is what in the hell is going on in these YouTube streets? I mean, like, for real, for real. What is going on in these YouTube streets? This is, it's unbelievable. It is totally unbelievable. You know, I said a little while back, well, actually, it was last year that I made a video about vipers. And I told people, just watch. Just watch. You know, vipers will just, I mean, they're a very particular type snake. You know, they will work together as a group to attack a target. And once it's gone and they're full, they're fine for a while. But if nothing else falls in that pit, do you know they'll start to eat each other until the last one is there? And that last one will be all right for a while. But if he goes too long without food, he'll start to eat himself. Looks a lot like what's going on right now in these YouTube streets. They've run out of targets, so they started to target each other. It's sad. You know, I want to give a shout out to Lily Rose. If she sees this, sister, you are loved. I've been watching what's going on and off, because I've been in and out on my grind. Everybody knows I'm pushing hard, trying to make a goal right now. But I just I don't like what I'm seeing. People are being attacked for no reason whatsoever. You know? You're being attacked for having a business. You've been attacked for not having a business. You've been attacked for receiving donations. You've been attacked for giving donations. What the hell are we here for on YouTube? This is a marketing tool. It is a way to get in touch with other people. It is a way to hear other people's views. But instead, we're using it to diminish another person. And I would dare to say the people that are trying to diminish somebody, they're projecting their own self-hate on other people, you know? And it's really sad to see. We got some channels that are dealing in trauma bonds, which is just another form of narcissism, I might add. And verbal, mental, and emotional abuse. I mean, we're seeing the worst of the worst right here in real time. And it's gotten so bad to where I have actually taken a break from being on YouTube because I can't stand it. it's hurting my heart. And I'm seeing people, some that I've met in person and some that I've never met in person, but I've grown to care about, being maligned and dragged through these streets. And it's just the worst of behavior. And everybody knows that I like to study human behavior, but it's just the worst of human behavior that I'm seeing. When do we stop? When is enough enough? When do we stop hurting our own people? You know? Y'all give me just one moment. I'm learning how to maneuver on here. So y'all forgive me. Learning how to do new things. All right. Bow. Let me see if that works. Well, that's one, but that's not what I was trying to do. Oh well, we'll figure it out, won't we? Either way, I just couldn't hold, hey Fundi, I couldn't hold it any longer. I've been holding it for a couple of days now. But I'm really getting sick of it. And at some point, I actually thought about leaving this, man. Because, you know, your eyes are the window to the soul, and you watch this stuff, and you are knowingly and unknowingly taking this in. You know, this hits your subconscious, and it really don't have no filters, you know? And I really didn't want this in my psyche, this type of behavior. But I had to stop myself and realize my voice, my opinions could possibly be a voice to reach somebody and change something. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm just that all that special, but just maybe my words could reach somebody. That's why I've changed the direction of my channel. You know, now don't get me wrong. You come for me, you call my name, I will show up. You know, and I will speak on things that I think that are unjust and wrong. I will do that. But I've tried to change the direction of my channel to be more positive, more uplifting, more informational, you know, just for the simple fact that I know anything you put on this internet, it does not disappear. Somebody has it somewhere. It's out there floating in the ethers. And I'd hate for one day for my granddaughter to come across an old video of me and say, damn, that's my nanny, and that was some rank ass shit. Not to mention that half the time when I'm making my lives and I'm moving around, she's right there. Is that the example that I want to set for her? And though my daughters are adults, I'm still an example. I'm the matriarch of this line. I have to be the wall. I have to be the leading example, which makes me look at some of these people. They're in my age bracket, y'all. I mean, what's today? Today is like, what, the 11th or something? I will be 50 years old in 16 days. That's a half a century old. I'm proud of that. I made it to this point. But even at this point, people in my age bracket should have a little bit more maturity. I've said it for a long time that people on YouTube act like they're playing in the sandbox. They never progress past junior high or high school. Let's just say high school, just for the sake of argument. These people never made it past high school. The people you're seeing on here, big dogging and tough Tonying and all of that, those were those motherfuckers that were in high school that weren't popular. You know, and not to say that I was a popular person. I was a straight nerd. Okay? I was that nerd that was on the pep squad, the drill team, and cheerleaders. I did cheerleading too. And you would think that those were the popular girls. I was the nerd in the midst of all of them. And as difficult as it may be to believe, because we all know I'm motor mouth. I'm the mouth of the South. My mouth moving. I talk loud. Back then, I was very quiet. So I can understand that feeling of being left out. But right here on YouTube, on the internet, the place that was made for socially awkward people, these tough Tonys, these bullies, they can be whatever they want to be here. Nobody can see their real life. Well, now they can, because they have so many people doxing and putting out pictures of people's family, you know. But nobody really knows what goes on behind that closed door. You know, when the cameras go off and it's quiet, nobody knows what goes on behind that closed door. But when I get on this idiot box, I can be whoever I want to be. And I can make other people feel the pain and the ugliness that I have inside me. Now, of course, I don't have that right now, you know, but just for the sake of argument, using myself as an example, you know, they can get on here and they can act like they got the best life ever. You know, I got the best clothes. I got the best car. I'm the smartest out there. I'm slicker than you. You know, I got more money than you. All of that is what they telling themselves to make themselves feel better. And I'm going to try to get as many people out here to believe me as possible, because if I can get just 5 people, not even 5, if I can get 2 or 3 people to believe what I'm saying, then it must be real. That, people, is a textbook example of a narcissist. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go into the description of what a narcissist is. I have before. And if you would like to have a full explanation or description of what that is, I have several videos on my page that you can go and click, and I'll break it down for you. But my point of it is, we got a lot of hurt, broken people here on YouTube that are trying to break and hurt other people just so they won't be lonely in their anguish and their misery. It is sad. I sat on a fellow channel holder's live, and I don't think he'll mind me mentioning his name, Buddy Lee, the one with the cute dimples, the cute smile. Anyway, I digress. I was in Buddy Lee's live on and off, and I could not believe that he had 8 10-hour live, I think, damn near. And it was Armageddon. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm petty as fuck. And I love a good roast. So, shout out and big ups to Candy Cartel. You rip Peg Boy from one end to the other, and I enjoyed it. I sat there and enjoyed it. I have played it back and listened to it again, and it was wonderful. But there were other people that got ripped. And from that, it's still reverberating. You know, it's like throwing a rock in a pond and you see the waves go out. Those waves are still rolling, y'all. There's still people being ripped and hurt and going after each other. You know, people battling for sectors. Come on, y'all. This shit ain't even real, man. I mean, it is real, but it ain't real. We can't own this. You know? Why are we doing this to our people? Do we not understand? Yes, V, there was a lot of damage done. A lot. I mean, do we not understand that we as melanated people, and I include a lot of ethnicities in melanated, okay? We as melanated people can't get nowhere like this. Those Caucasoids, man, they looking at us and they sitting back and laughing at ease. Why? Because they ain't got to do this no more. They have drilled this programming so deep in our psyches for generations that we now think it's okay to do to each other. We tune in every day to see it as entertainment. When did it become entertainment for us to torture and abuse each other? When did that become okay, y'all? Is it really okay? I say no, it's not okay. It's sad. It's disheartening. But I know that I can only say so much. I can only comfort so much. It's going to take more than one voice. It's going to take more than one person to decide that this shit ain't okay. When we got black men, and I use the word men lightly, not all, but some. I use the word men very loosely. But we have black men on here maligning black women as if they didn't come from a black woman. I don't have anything against women of different ethnicities at all. But I am a black woman. And I've said before, I count other black women as my sisters. So if I see you go after a sister, hell yeah, I'm coming for you. Because she may not be strong enough to come for you herself. But it's just sad that these black men are tearing down black women who are trying, the ones that I know particularly, are trying to have something better, to better themselves, to build a business, to raise their kids, whether they got a man in the home or not. You want to blame that woman because that man decided that he was not man enough to stay there and help raise his seed. That's the woman's fault, right? Well, maybe a little bit. Maybe she should have chose better. But that man could have stayed and take care of his seed. All that says to me is he don't give a damn about his damn self. Because your seed is part of you. And if you could walk away from your damn self, you ain't worth shit no way. And then there are these men on here that have daughters, brothers. Do you realize your daughters are looking at you? As a father, you are the first man that she should learn to love. You are the first man that your daughter learns to love. And it just stands to be true that most girls go and get a man just like daddy. Okay? Now you say you love your daughter. She's your princess, your little queen. How you gonna feel when your little princess, your little queen, brings home a Negroid just like you? How you gonna feel when you hear to her just like you might have talked to her mother, or she heard you talk like that to other women? But she thinks that's okay. She thinks that's normal behavior. Because, wow, I've heard daddy talk like that all my life. It must be the way that men are supposed to talk to women. So I'm going to go get a man just like my daddy. Right? Women, y'all ain't got off easy. If you staying in a relationship like that and you accepting that type of treatment, understand your daughter and your son are looking at you. If he see mama letting a man treat her like that and she's accepting that treatment, guess what he gonna do? And this actually goes for the men too. He might go out and get him a woman just like mama and treat that woman just like he saw daddy or that man treat mama. That little girl is going to see mama accepting that kind of mistreatment. And when she gets with a man, she may, if she doesn't find some other influence, accept that same type of treatment and think that that is normal. That's what she grew up seeing. We need to watch what we're doing around our kids. Hell, even without the kids, we need to watch what we're doing to ourselves. I see I've seen one in particular that says she knows what's being done to her and she's okay with it. And she keeps coming back and keeps coming back. And I'd love to say something to her, but you know what? It ain't worth my time. Because I do understand the relationship between narcissists and their victims. Narcissists and their victims are usually of the same ilk. They're basically the same person. The only thing is that when they got to a certain point, they both chose different roles. One chose to be an aggressor. The other one chose to be a victim and a people pleaser. But when you break down their psyches, they are basically the same type of person. They receive the same type of treatment, and it usually starts in childhood. So it's not worth me to say anything to her because she seems to enjoy it. She keeps coming back for it. These are just some examples of things that I am seeing right here on YouTube. I'm also seeing other people that are speaking out about the behavior that's on YouTube. And that's good, except for some of them ain't including themselves in that number. And I've seen them do it. But y'all know me, I don't mention no names. But this one particular person was talking about people on here demanding that people give them donations, and talking about people on here not being a man and, just beefing for no reason. But the same person, I saw them 2 or 3 months ago throw a full out tantrum and fit about people not giving them donations. My thing is, say what you're going to say, because you were right. You were righteous in what you were saying. But if you're going to do that, you need to stand your square, and you need to admit that you were once part of that. I mean, you could even say that, hey, I learned my lesson from it. I was wrong in that. But don't act like your hands is clean. Okay? Now, Peg Boy, got a message for you. Retire, brother. You're losing. You are trying your best to climb up a slippery slope. Hey, Shay, baby, how you doing? Dog, you're losing. And this thing that you got wanting to be somebody's daddy, get it up, nigga. You didn't do a good job with your daughter. That's why she can't stand to be around you now. I wonder how many hookers you called her. How many dirty bitches did you call her? Huh? So stop trying to raise other people's children. Stop trying to raise grown people. That's what you do. And if you could, by any chance, get that grill fixed, dog. Because we can tell when you ain't got your teeth in. Your words don't quite come out right. Okay? And please stop thinking that every woman on here wants you, because you just like that nigga on the corner that be hollering at a chick, and when she don't want to talk to you, then she's all kind of dirty bitches and hoes, and I didn't want your ugly ass anyway. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Don't nobody want your bald head ass. You be in your videos and shit all posted up with your little screenshots. Yeah, I saw your Wakanda pose, Negro. I want to know what filter you used to make you look like you actually was semi-buff on there. Okay? With your arms all crossed up, with your little serious look on and shit, Yeah, I saw that. But then I also saw that video of you when you was walking in front of your car and you was recording. Dude, you look like an old silverback gorilla the way you was walking, dog. And I really don't want to insult the gorilla, but that's how you was walking. Dude, you walk like you got gout. You walk like your knees was bad, but you think everybody wants you? Dude, don't nobody want you. Okay? And you kind of did that. No, not kind of. You did that to yourself. You know, if that rank ass ball mouth of yours wasn't flapping so much and spitting out so much vile, you probably could have got away with it. But you really put the nails in the coffin of any decent, self-respecting female wanting you when you was wearing those DD's tights and you threw that leg up there and patted your little man poom poom, okay? You pretty much F that up, okay? If no, for no other reason that most of us females looking at you like we got to do a few stretches before we can do that, and you just threw it up there like it was just, you know, hey, your everyday norm, okay? So yeah, don't nobody want you, fool, man nor woman, because I'm convinced that you like a masculine, you know. That's just my opinion. I think you like what I like, you know. So yeah, he's a diabetic foot pain and he's starting to look sickly. Shay. Girl, do you wear glasses too? I wear glasses, but even without my glasses, I could see that fool was sickly from the beginning. Girl, boo. But yeah, you're right about that diabetic foot pain, though. You know, I heard that, you know, I have several diabetics in my family, but I guess they take care of themselves a little bit better. I ain't never seen one of them walk like that. You know, my grandfather was 70 years old and still spry. He didn't walk like that, and he had diabetes. This fool is just, well, then, you know, they do say that he be mixing stuff with his diabetic medication sitting in his car. But, you know, you didn't hear that from me. Okay? Yeah. But, Fee, you say he did that well. Fee, I was a cheerleader, and I can still, at the age of 50, do a full split. But even with that, I have to warm up, Fee. I don't know what he was doing. He threw that leg up there so damn fast. I was amazed. But anyway, y'all, I know that y'all saw that there were question marks on this video. And I'm just going to admit to you, I didn't even know I set this up. I didn't. But once I figured out what it was, it might have been divinely set. Especially with the question marks, because I got questions. I got a lot of questions. I mean, I understand some of what's going on. The knee being one of my questions is excuse me, when does this end? Another is, when is enough enough? When do we realize or decide that we have hurt each other enough? When do we decide that it's time for growth and healing? When do we realize that as people of color, we are right now our own worst enemy? When do we decide to step out of the matrix? When do we decide to throw away the programming? When do we decide that our actions are destroying the future for our children? When do we love ourselves enough to not do this to ourselves. And I'm not just talking about other people. I'm talking about personally. Because what some people don't realize is as you're tearing down other people, you're tearing down yourself. Because believe it or not, we're all connected. When do we start building again? I got questions. Don't know if I'm ever going to get answers, but I got questions. Anyway, y'all, I want to thank everybody that popped in for this impromptu early in the morning live. Oh, good numbers. 2:22 Central Time. Good numbers. And on that, I'm going to end this, y'all. Thank y'all for popping through. I'm going to see y'all again soon. But I'm going to end it by saying, love yourselves. Self-love is key. You got to love yourself or you can't love nobody else. And can't nobody else love you because you haven't shown them how. People love you according to how they see you love and respect yourself. Peace, y'all. I'm out.